There you go. So he's already planning. You can see this right now, guys. He's already planning his exit to China. You see it in the way he says it. He's like, he wants to get this side behind him, ready to get out. And we're going to talk about the timeline. He may not. He's planning to move to China so quickly, the case might not even be over. It might be very difficult to do that with a felony. China tends not to like felonies.
Hank Yu is now on the verge of facing a travel ban. You might be shocked or think this is fake information about the Hank Yu and Johnny Somali mess, but what you'll find in this video will totally shock you. Yes, you heard that right. As you know, Hank Yu was ready from the beginning to go to China. But now, new rumors and reports are swirling that Hank Yu actually tried to flee. This time, however, he can't do that, and he might face a travel ban.
He's already planning his exit to China. You see it in the way he says it. He's like, he wants to get this side behind him.
Here's why. Hank Yu is now under investigation, and he helped Johnny Somali in a lot of crimes. With charges piling up, it's very possible that Hank Yu could face new charges alongside Johnny Somali. Do you think South Korean authorities will just say, sure, Hank Yu, you can go to any country anytime? Definitely not. South Korean authorities are already against Hank Yu, and this time he's very likely going to face a travel ban. Exactly how and why? I'll show you the proof. Stay tuned until the end. Now, how is Hank Yu actually getting a travel ban? I'm going to show you all the reasons, but first watch this. Here, Hank Yu claimed that he never invited Johnny Somali to South Korea, but in reality, he welcomed Johnny Somali and agreed to be his ally while Johnny Somali was brutally provoking and disrespecting Japanese culture. This is exactly why Hank Yu supported him. Just listen to him yourself.
You're the one who invited him here.
No.
No?
I was not. Like there are rumors like that, but I was not the one who invited him here. I do believe that's like one of his like other friends who said, yo, go to Korea.
Then how did you get in touch with him once he arrived here?
I realized that he was in Korea, and I thought what he did in Japan was based.
What did he do in Japan?
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we're gonna do it again.
Did you see that? How shameless can someone be? Hank Yu saw Johnny Somali disrespecting another country's culture, and instead of condemning it, he stood by him. It's no surprise. People with a criminal mindset often choose their partners in crime like this, and that's why they end up as felons. So when a country sees someone who openly disrespects other nations, provokes others, and even disrespects South Korea multiple times, why would they allow that person to flee without consequences? That's why authorities have launched an investigation against Hank Yu and are reportedly warning him not to try to escape. And now, in this video, Legal Mindset also talked about this issue. You can hear it for yourself.
There you go. So he's already planning. You can see this right now, guys. He's already planning his exit to China. You see it in the way he says it. He's like, he wants to get this side behind him, right? This is why I'm saying it's goodbye to Hank. You can see in this voice, he's like ready to go to China. He's ready to get out. And we're going to talk about the timeline. He may not, he's planning to move to China so quickly, the case might not even be over. Especially if Johnny appeals it, especially if he fights it, whatever else, especially if new case comes in and he has to fight a separate trial. Like Johnny may be like still like fighting his court case at that point. We don't know right now, or it might be serving a sentence. But the point is, he's not going to be sitting there waiting for Johnny.
How can Hank Yu just sit and wait for Johnny Somali while knowing full well that if the investigation finds even a shred of evidence, more charges could pile up? If that happens, it won't just be Johnny Somali facing prison. Hank Yu could also be caught in the consequences. He knows exactly how many secrets and shady crimes he committed with Johnny Somali. That's why he welcomed Johnny Somali to South Korea and gave him the influence to do all of this in the first place.
I realized that he was in Korea, and I thought what he did in Japan was based.
Now, as Hank Yu watches everything unfold, it's not going the way he expected. He thought the court would simply sentence Johnny Somali and leave him out of it. But instead, the court, police, and legal authorities have started new investigations that include Hank Yu himself. With so much pressure closing in, how long can Hank Yu really sit and wait for Johnny Somali to not leave South Korea instantly? And as this pressure grows, who knows if Hank Yu will end up falling just like Gina, another ally of Johnny Somali. But one thing's for sure, China will not easily take Hank Yu in. Here's why.
Right? He's not going to be sitting there waiting for Johnny. We're going to talk about him going to China and all this other stuff. I mean, one thing I'll say is this. If he's accurately reporting his felony, going to China may be pretty hard. So I don't know whether he pulled strings or he greased the wheel or if he hasn't applied yet, but it might be kind of difficult to get into a program he wants to study in China. It might be very difficult to do that with a felony. China tends not to like felonies.
So that's how Hank Yu is now desperately trying to flee to China. But South Korean authorities are not about to let him leave easily. Reports are coming in showing that Hank Yu faces a possible travel ban. Authorities may block him from leaving South Korea until Johnny Somali's sentencing and the child welfare investigation are concluded. This is a sharp move from the authorities. They don't want Hank Yu leaving the country. If he even tries, South Korean authorities can impose a travel ban immediately. But there's more to it than just the investigation. Hank Yu has never completed his mandatory military service in South Korea, yet he has publicly said multiple times that he wants to join the US military instead.
I wanted to join the United States Army so badly. Like I wanted to be a ranger.
This is seen as shameful and disrespectful to South Korean authorities because Hank Yu is a Korean national, born in South Korea, not an American. Rejecting mandatory military service while openly saying he would serve another country's army is viewed as a betrayal. By confirming he is capable of military service but refusing to do it in South Korea, Hank Yu has added another layer of controversy to his name. For the authorities, this is not just about crimes with Johnny Somali, it's about national loyalty, and that's why they're keeping a tight grip on him. With all these factors combined, Hank Yu may not be able to flee at all, without any kind of chance. South Korea will definitely not let Hank Yu go easily. He has disrespected South Korea multiple times, including mocking South Korean culture directly on camera. Yu has also live streamed or posted content criticizing or mocking South Korean police, prosecutors, and government actions. In a country with strict defamation and insult laws, this alone can be used as grounds for investigation. Public disrespect can also trigger immigration red flags. For example, in this video, watch how he disrespects the South Korean flag. Actions like this only make authorities more determined to keep him under control.
You know what? Fuck this. That's more like it, right? Hell yeah.
By kicking his own flag and saluting another, Hank Yu went beyond disrespect. This is outright offensive. When South Korean authorities discovered that Hank Yu was spreading lies and propaganda about South Korean history and culture, they began taking him seriously. They actually saw clips where Hank Yu lied about the Statue of Peace and misrepresented South Korea's history, and that's when the authorities realized the full extent of his actions.
These like metal statues of kidnapped Korean teenage girls who were made to serve as slaves for the Japanese military during World War II. But the history is not even clear that whether they were slaves or willing.
There's still debate on it. If you go to Japan, they say that didn't happen. Some people say it's not a political stance, what I did to the statue. But technically, because I feel like this live streaming is my expression. It's how I express myself. Yes. It's an art form to me.
So when Hank Yu said the history of the Statue of Peace isn't clear, why did he say that? Let's be honest. It's obvious he's just trying to defend Johnny Somali. He's making excuses, downplaying something that holds deep meaning for South Koreans. But let me tell you, I don't agree with him at all. The Statue of Peace isn't just some random sculpture. It's a powerful symbol of Korea's independence, a tribute to the brave sacrifices made by so many people. It represents pain, survival, and national pride. And for Hank to casually question his history, that's disrespectful. So now that all of this has been seen by South Korean authorities, there's no way Hank Yu can leave South Korea easily without facing consequences. That's how Hank Yu is now facing a travel ban if he tries to escape. As you can see, Hank Yu is cornered from all sides. Between the investigations with Johnny Somali, his attempts to flee, his disrespect towards South Korea, and all the lies he spread about history and culture, there's no easy way out for him. The authorities are watching closely, and a travel ban could just be the beginning. Now the question is, what will Hank Yu do next? Will he try to fight the system, or will the law finally catch up with him? Whatever happens, one thing is clear. Actions have consequences, and Hank Yu is about to face them. So tell me, do you think Hank Yu will manage to escape, or is South Korea finally going to make him face the consequences?